3-0 win here at Needham Market, Gaffer. What are your first thoughts?
Yeah, really pleased with them tonight. Long wait, midweek, 3 hours on a coach, and yeah, every one of them was superb today. Really worked hard on a difficult pitch, and I think deservedly so. We've got the result. Again, probably didn't have as much possession as we normally have, but again a little bit more different, a little bit more dogged, and doing the dirty side of the game a lot better in the last couple of games, and hence the result, I think.
And obviously we did score pretty early within the third minute. What difference does that make, scoring that early on?
I think it's the same for every side at most levels. If you score first, I think it gives you a good platform and just relaxes you a little bit, and that's what's happened to us today. But I thought we were the threat, and you know it could have been a few more in the end with Ty's chances, and I thought defensively we were pretty solid, the back three.
And obviously Harry and Danny were the goal scorers tonight. How impressed with you with those two was you this evening?
Yeah, he's been excellent, to be fair. First contact, I think he won every first contact, to be fair. He got his goal, which, like I say, gives us that platform to kick on. And Danny worked his socks off with Ty up front and deserved his goals at the end. They come quite late, but his perseverance and like the work ethic of the front two, as they were Saturday, is a real credit to them. And it really it makes it hard for defenders to play quality into their front men, and like I say, Danny got his rewards in the end with his 2 goals.
And obviously tonight our pressing was just on another level. What difference does that make in a game?
Yeah, I think it was key today. We'd emphasised on the press because there was 2 different shapes, and we felt if we didn't get the press right, especially in the middle of the park, that they'd end up getting fullbacks and wide men on the ball and switches of play, which could hurt us. So that Jed and Oreo especially, and Jack, and then Edgy when they came on, I thought their press was superb, and the 2 wing backs as well. We asked them to go and press high, and they were superb doing them jobs as well. And again, credit to Josh. You know, it's a new group of players, and he hasn't had much football at his previous club, but he's come into this side and he's done really well. And again, Brad has had to play 90 and 19 after being out with concussion. So really pleased with the 2 wing backs as well.
And obviously our defensive record recently hasn't been the greatest, but obviously only conceding 1 in 2. What's the difference?
Well, I think the last 2 games we've had less possession. Well, whether that just allows the back four not to be as open and just settle and set in a little bit. We know they're good players, but there's no doubt about it that we've had a wobble in form, and some individual performances have not been right. But hopefully these couple of wins now gives them that confidence and the springboard to go and press on for the rest of the season. There's still like a lot of football for us to play. We've got a lot of games to get in still. But yeah, we've just tweaked a few things we have, shape and the way we play a little bit, and we've seen the benefits over the last 2.
And obviously Leo came back tonight for a short stint. How impressed was you with him?
Good, yeah. He probably only got 10 minutes, but he got the assist. Good little ball back to Danny after Danny had done well, and then and Edgy as well. Probably not his finest of half an hour of football. He looked a little bit rusty, not just his hair. Just a little bit rusty with his touch at times. He's took some stick for that, but he's a good lad and he's a good player, and he'll be absolutely fine once he gets some more minutes in his belt. And
obviously, is there any more injury updates? Obviously, Jack Kincannon was part of the team tonight, but didn't play. We were missing Ben Cass tonight.
Yeah, Ben done his hip flexor at St Ives, and Jack just a little bit of fatigue with Jack. Hopefully he'll be okay for Saturday. Like I say, but we're starting to get a few of the lads back now. I don't think Ben's going to be a mile off either. And the bench looked a lot stronger today than it has done in recent weeks. And like I say, we're going to need that because we've got a lot of games coming up. Jamie Sol was another one unused today. But good players. And like I say, we'll need them going forward. There's a lot of games in a short space of time to get in.
And obviously we're finally back home on Saturday. What are your thoughts ahead of Nuneaton at home?
Yeah, I think I looked the other day, and the last Saturday game was the 25th of September against Leiston. We did play Redditch, I think, on a Saturday, but it was a Bank Holiday Boxing Day, and I think we played Stratford at home. But we've only played 7 league games at home, and we need to. Our home form is good. We've only lost 1 at home in the league, and there's a few FA Cup games in there as well where we've won. So, like I say, our home form will be important if we're going to climb this table and get to where I think we should be as a side. We've got 2 home games now on the spin Saturday, Tuesday, so we want to try and take some points from them 2 games and just get away from this relegation zone.
That's great. Thank you, Gaffer.
No problem.